Hello students, how are you? I hope you are fine. Students, today we will continue our second chapter, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. In the today's session, we will discuss about the carpel. What is a carpel? Carpel is a modified leaf. It is a modified leaf bearing ovules along its margins. It is formed on the receptacle. In plants such as mango, lychee and cashew nut, the ovary contains single ovule. ठीक है जी, the ovary contains single ovule. There are several thousand ovules in a poppy and more than 1 million ovules in the orchids. What is the ovule? Ovule is formed inside the female part of the flower. It is formed inside the female part of the flower. What is the female part of the flower? It is the carpel. ठीक है जी. Before discussing the formation of megaspores, we must know about the structure of the ovule. Students, ovule. This is the diagram of ovule. We will discuss first the structure of ovule. The ovule is an integument megasporangium. The ovule is an integument megasporangium in which the meiosis and the megaspore formation takes place. It develops into a seed after the fertilization. Students, it develops into the seed after fertilization. Here I am drawing the structure of the ovule. This is the funicle. These are the integuments. Outer integument, and this is the inner integument. And this is the embryo sac. And within the embryo sac, these are the antipodal cells. This is the polar nuclei. These are the two synergids. And this end is known as the chaliza. And this is known as the micropyle. Now students, we will discuss the function of each and every part of the ovule. First is funicle. Funicle is a stalk-like structure which attaches the ovule to the placenta. Next is the chaliza. What is the function of chaliza? Firstly, we will discuss the outer functions. What is the function of chaliza? Chaliza is a place of origin of the integuments. It is a place of origin of integuments. Outer and inner integuments. Outer and inner integuments are the covering that provide protection in the developing embryo. For developing embryo. Both outer and inner. And what is micropyle? It is a narrow pore or a passage formed by the projections of the integuments or the basal swollen part of the nucellus. It is a pore, narrow pore that provide a way for the pollen tube to enter into the nucellus. This hole is the nucellus. What is the function of nucellus? Nucellus or embryo sac, same. Nucellus or embryo sac. What is the function of nucellus? Nucellus is a mass of parenchymatous tissue surrounded by the integuments, and this is the embryo, and these are the antipodal cells. Antipodal cells provide nourishment. Antipodal cells provide nourishment to developing embryo, and these are two polar nuclei that fuses with the male gamete to form the zygote. Synergids. Synergids give way to pollen tube for entering up to the polar nuclei. Students, this is the complete longitudinal section of mature ovule. Complete longitudinal section of mature ovule. Depending upon the shape and orientation of the ovule in angiosperms, we can classify ovules into 6 different types. Let us discuss one by one. This type of nucellus, here students see this type of nucellus. In which the micropyle is erect. The micropyle is erect and devoid of any curvature. Funiculus is at the base. The body of the ovule is straight. Students, here I am not labeling all the parts. The parts are same as we have labeled in our first diagram. I am just explaining the position of micropyle as well as the funiculus, because with the position of micropyle and funiculus we can describe the type of the ovule. Here, when the micropyle is straight and funiculus is at the base, this type of ovule is known as orthotropous ovule. Second we have discussed earlier, this type of ovule in which micropyle is at the base near the funiculus. This type of ovule is known as anatropous ovule. Anatropous ovule. This is second type. And third type, in which the micropyle is present on this side. Rest organs remain same. Here just we are only describing the position of the micropyle. This is known as hemitropous. Ovule. The body of the ovule is twisted only halfway so that the degree of the curvature is intermediate between the anatropous as well as the orthotropous. This position of micropyle is between the anatropous and the orthotropous ovule. Here the funiculus is present at the base. This is known as hemitropous ovule. Third is in which the micropyle is present in this rest organs remain same as we have labeled in diagram number 1. This is known as a campylotropous ovule. Campylotropous ovule. In campylotropous ovule, the body of the ovule becomes curved so that the micropyle and chaliza come to lie on either surface. Chaliza and micropyle come to lie on the either surface of the funiculus. ठीक है जी. The micropyle is directed towards the base of the funicular because of the curvature of the nucellus. Nucellus is here, just like nucellus. This is known as the campylotropous ovule. And next is the here it is just like the campylotropous, but the micropyle is more near to the funiculus. That is, the micropyle is more near towards the funiculus. Funiculus means stalk. Funiculus. This is known as amphitropous. In amphitropous, the body of the ovule shows prominent curve and almost becomes horseshoe shaped. The embryo sac is also curved like horseshoe. Embryo sac is curved like this. Embryo sac is curved like this, almost horseshoe shaped. This is known as the amphitropous ovule. The ovule shows prominent curvature and almost become horseshoe shaped. The embryo sac is also become horseshoe shaped. This is amphitropous. And next is circinotropous, in which this is circinotropous. Here micropylar end is here. Micropylar end is here. In this ovule, the ovule is straight. The ovule is straight with micropyle facing upward, and the funiculus is elongated and appears as a coiled structure. This is funiculus. It appears as a coiled structure. It completely encircles the ovule. Students, this circinotype ovule, in the beginning, when it is formed during the development, it is orthotropous ovule, but during the course of the development, it becomes inverted. Due to the unilateral growth of this funiculus. This special type of funiculus is found in the opuntia. And this is known as circinotropous ovule. Students, I am not drawing all the organs in these types of. Just I am drawing the outer shape. So you must practice all the types of ovules with all the labeling parts or all the organs one by one, because it is very important for the examination point of view. This is enough for today because this is all our diagrams. You must have practiced. It takes a little bit time. In the next session we will discuss about the megasporogenesis and the development of female gametophyte. Thank you and have a nice day.